Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Merpony tutorial. Today we're going to be doing Rarity as a Merpony, and we're going to start off with a circle as always. So this circle is going to be her head. I'll be using a Prismacolor erase pencil. You could use a coloured pencil or even just a normal graphite pencil if you want. And you can't really see that circle very well. But just make it a little bit darker for you. So we've got a circle there, that's going to be a head. I'm just going to move further down and do a smaller circle over here. This is going to be her, kind of her chest. Then we're going to do one just kind of over here. Now look at that, the sun's come out just as I start this tutorial, so that's a good sign. Right, so I don't want to get bogged down with too many tester circles to start off with. My camera's going blurred. So what we're going to do is zoom in on her face and work on her face first. I always enjoy doing the faces, I don't know why. So we're just going to try and do a curved line. Her face is kind of facing upwards and to the left, as the Beyonce song once said. So we're going to do a cross kind of like that, a curved cross, kind of facing upwards that way. So I'm going to start off with her eyes. Again, she's got big eyes, like I think all these main ponies have massive eyes compared to the adults. Just going to do a big circle there. I really like how her eyes are, because they're kind of like the shape that I tend to draw eyes in, which is like an almond shape. So I'm doing a big circle there and a little bit of a circle there because the rest of her eye is going off screen. So we want to do a small circle down here for her muzzle. That is the right term, isn't it, muzzle? I've said it a few times now and I'm thinking, is that the right term, or is a muzzle that you put something that you put on a dog? I don't know. Whatever this is, tell me in the comments below if I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody will correct me. Yeah, so start with her eye. So if you're going to start in this bottom corner, I'm just going to do two dots kind of going diagonally. So we've got like a line going there. So we're going to go kind of up and round, and then like a round shape again at the bottom. Again, like an almond shape. So on the top line, make it a little bit thicker as always, because this is kind of her eyeliner. She has maybe like 5 or 6 eyelashes, so I'm just going to kind of make it up as I go along. 2, 3, I'm going to do 5. There we go, 5 eyelashes. And she's got eyelashes along the bottom as well. Quite a few actually, so I'm just going to do 4, I think. A little bit more spaced out. There we go. So, more than halfway I think you want to come down with a curved line. This is going to be the beginning of her iris. And then again her pupil afterwards is not far behind, and come down this side as well, just to mark it out. The top has this squashed oval shape, is the light reflecting in her pupil, and then another circle down there. And I'm just going to colour this in with blue just to make it darker. So this is the section that would be black if you're going to colour it in later, so you can leave it blank if you want. Just like to show you how it would look roughly. Right, so her second eye, so this is a little bit trickier because it's at an angle. So we're going to come round, I'm going to make it a little bit thinner than I've drawn out. I'm going to make the eyelid a little bit heavier as before, and I want to do kind of just 2, maybe 3 eyelashes coming off the side of her face. And this kind of goes into her snout. I'm going to call it a snout. Maybe snout sounds worse because I'm thinking of a pig now. Her nose. Is it called a muzzle? And then we're just going to add like a little bit of a curve there to highlight where her nostril is. So this side's a little bit tighter because it's at an angle again, so you just want to draw a couple of lines for the iris and the pupil, and then you want to draw a big, like a squash circle again, and a little circle in the middle, and then that is where it would be black. So you've kind of got the rough idea with that. So just going to rub out these lines a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of a line here because I think she does have like eyeshadow on, just to emphasize the eyelid a little bit more. And then she's got like a cute little unicorn horn because she's a unicorn. So you want to draw like a little triangle, but it's not too pronounced, and it's quite curved at the top. It's not a hostile horn. It's quite soft looking. So you want to draw some curved lines on the horn, maybe like 3 or 4. I'm just doing 3 here. There we go. So back to where her mouth is. So if you want to just come down there a little bit to create a smiling mouth, and then join that up with the rest of her circle of a head to kind of make a chin. And then draw a little tongue just sticking out there. Oh, look at those pretty eyelashes fluttering. Right, okay, so I'm going to draw some squash circles for the ears. Well, I say ears, there's just one ear showing, so I'm going to point that up a little bit. Make like a curvy V inside. So we're going to do her neck into her body now. So if I just move this up slightly, kind of these 2 circles here that I've drawn, you can see ever so faintly. So I'm going to come down from her ear. And we're going to go round and just touch on that circle there. Round and fold this circle. It's kind of just touching on each circle. See that? Right, and then just rub this out here. Coming from, I'd say, like halfway through her chin, I want to come round, follow this circle round for her chest. I'm just going to leave a gap here for her arm, and just kind of roughly follow on this line and bring it into a slight kind of a point here. Okay, so let me just zoom out a little bit. So I'm going to do her legs. So you want to have like a little circle here next to her chest, and then a bigger one here. You can see that. This leg's going to kind of come like that and join up these two circles, if you can see that. And then this leg kind of just comes out straight in a straight line. So I'm just going to do a circle down there to give a rough idea of where it's going to end. So I can just zoom in on this section here. You can see roughly where I've marked out. So if you start out, follow this circle round, down, stop at the end of the bottom circle, come round, make a curved hoof, come up, there we go, there we have the first hoof, and then the second hoof is more or less a straight line. You always want to make these hooves slightly bigger at the bottom, gradually fanning out kind of, but only ever so slightly. Good thing about doing these pony tutorials, I'm getting to understand how to draw ponies from all sorts of different angles. Right, so I'm going to do a hair next. A hair, so you've got hair, fin, and her actual tail fins as well. So, usually we do a lot of circles, but this is going to be a bit trickier. So I'm going to do like a rough circle over here. Hopefully you can kind of see that. Rough circle there. So then here is going to be kind of like almost like a triangle but an oblong shape. And then a circle down there. Kind of like a weird square, distorted square in a circle. Circle over there. This looks a mess. And then she's got really weird hair. It's going to kind of cover all this area though. Just zoom in a little bit more closer. Right, so it's divided into two parts. So we want to come up from the middle of her head, come round to the top of this oblong square shape, stop. We want to come around it again and then stop. Kind of make them like curved. You don't want to make them too pointed. Come round from this top point, right, and then watch closely, just come down and make an S shape using this circle as a guide. Yeah? Then a flat line there. Make a curl in the middle. Use the line to go up again. And then like make this line a little bit curvier there. I'm going to come around and do another line down there. Hopefully that made sense. Good thing about these videos is you can rewind them. So you've got this kind of quiff hairdo. So we're going to add some lines because they are fins. Come down. There we go. Quite pleased with that. So next is, alright, okay. You wanted to, it's so hard to articulate all these maneuvers. Right, so if you just watch closely what I'm doing, I'm just going round, dipping down, coming up here, making a curl again, round, just going to stop there because I want to have room for her fin later. I'm going to do a rough circle here. I'm going to come up and round. Round again. Hopefully if you can just like watch carefully what I'm doing, you'll understand. Yeah. Clean those bits there. Before I add some lines to this, I'm just going to do her fins, which are quite simple. I'm just going to do a rough circle to cover the area where we'll be covering. So if you want to come out, up and round, overlap kind of this her head section of the fins, down, out, pointed, in, pointed, out, pointed, in, pointed. And then she's got like kind of 3 diamond shapes on each kind of pointed fin. So I guess that's a cutie mark. Right, okay, so lines for everybody. You get a line, you get a line, everybody gets a line. Alright, so lines on the fins, lines on the hair. These lines are a little bit more wonky. I think the other ponies have like more unified lines, but these lines look a little bit more like funky and more hair-like, I guess. Maybe I've done too many lines. Oh well, you get the idea. So that's kind of her hair and fins. Fin hair, whatever. So, again, like I did last time with Pinkie Pie, I just want to do a few scales on her back. It's just fun to do mermaid scales. So some U-shapes in a pattern, making sure they all line up with each other. But you don't want to go overboard. Maybe you do want to go overboard, it's up to you, just have some fun with it. You don't have to go crazy. Right, okay, so if I can come out to the bottom and do the tail. So, this looks quite complicated. It's kind of following the same effect of these kind of curl things, whatever they are, where it overlaps each other. So I'm just going to kind of do a rough shape of her tail. It's more kind of mermaid-like than some of the other horses that we've done, since it splits into 2 separate pieces. So hopefully if you can just watch what I'm doing, you'll be able to see what happens. So I'm going to come up with this first one. like a kind of a rough incision, so it goes out and in and out again. Up. This point in the middle a little bit wonky. Right, okay, so that's kind of the bottom of the tail. Kind of looks horrible, but you get the basic idea with it. It is what it is. So add some little kind of scale-like bits at the top of the fin, and then she's got 2 diamonds on each jagged edge here. Pimped out. And then guess what? Lines for days. It looks better now that I've added lines on, I think. Maybe it doesn't, what do you think? I think we'll add some more bubbles as well. Just do some around here. It's always good to practice doing circles. I made a video about SVS the other day, and I was watching one of their introductory courses to drawing just to see what it was like. And he made the point of practicing drawing circles. If you want to get better at drawing, most things are made up of shapes, so just practice drawing circles and lines. As tedious as it might sound or stupid, like the better you get at drawing circles, the better you get at just drawing in general. So there we have it, Rarity as a merpony. I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. If you liked this tutorial and if you used it and it helped you, and you drew a picture of a pony, please tag me in Instagram or on Twitter, or any social media. My Instagram is linked below, as well as my rest of my social media is on my page as well. Just tag me in, show me your pony, show me your rarity that you've drawn, show me it coloured in, let me see what it looks like. There's more pony tutorials over here, and if you want to see more ponies are coming along the way, so feel free to subscribe if you're into ponies or just learning more about cartoons. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!